Okay, so today we're going to learn how to do a turnaround under our extended 1.5 45. So make sure if you haven't already checked out the videos on how to do the extended 1.5 45, go ahead and check those out now before you try this skill. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to take an extended 1.5. Our right hand is over at the second tape and our left hand is under and it's at the stopper. We're going to go ahead and catch it, and when we catch it, we're going to be in a nice tendu, and we're going to catch to the end zone. So let's go ahead and take one. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. So when I do this, I'm going to go ahead and bring my hands down. Let's do that one more time before we change things up. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now this time we're going to do the same thing, but instead of bringing our hands down by going out to the side, we're going to bring them down in front of us. But we're going to catch the same way. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. And let's do that one more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3. Good. So the next part of this is going to be the turnaround. It's going to be important when you do this to spot the tab, and I like to make sure that I'm turning as quickly as possible. The extended 1.5 45s are tricky because it's on that 45 pitch. So add it, you're spinning and then adding in that element of being on a different plane and on a plane that's harder to see is another element of risk. So you really want to make sure, one, your placement of your extended 45 is spot on and that you're not pushing it too far to the left. And then two, turn as quickly as possible. So I like to take this a couple times with just my body and kind of air flagging it. So let's take that. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3. Let's do that one more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3. Good. So that's going to get you used to this toss. Now, I'm catching this to the side for this video, but you can catch it many different ways. You can catch it to the front, you can catch it to the side, you could catch and then continue and follow through with your movement. It really just depends on what you want to do and what your choreographer has in mind for you. So, a couple things that I just want to remind everyone of before we try this. Number one, make sure that your extended 1.5 45 is solid. If it's under-rotated or if it's over-rotated, you're going to have a really hard time executing this skill. Number two, your placement of your flag. Make sure that your placement is correct and you're not leaning too far to the left, to the right, to the front, or to the back. It needs to be as close to near perfect as possible because that's going to help you as you're turning under your toss. Number three, making sure that you have a really quick turn. Making sure that you're nice and tight, that you're in that parallel coupe with that right foot, and that your hands are pressed in front of you. You want to release on count 1, turning on count 2 and then you'll catch on count 3 in that tendu moment with your hands to the side. And then the last thing is just making sure that not only are you breathing through this exercise, because this toss can be it's a more difficult toss, so it can be scary at times. But also just making sure that, you're keeping yourself calm because if this toss is in your show, it's, I would say, considered an intermediate level skill. So it is, a more difficult toss. So you want to make sure that you're approaching things in a really calm way. That way, if anything were to happen, you could adjust quickly and you wouldn't hurt yourself. So let's go ahead and take this toss full out now, thinking about those things on our checklist. 5 and 6 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. One more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. And so that's how you do an extended 1.5 45 with a turn. I would make sure that when you're practicing that you are just aware of your tennis shoes. The 3 times that I went and did those, it was a little difficult for me to execute the full turn because my tennis shoe was getting caught on the carpet. So make sure that I would start practicing with shoes on, even if it is difficult. And then once you get really comfortable with spotting the flag, then you can go ahead and try it with less traction by taking your shoes off and doing it in socks or with bare feet, whatever your preference is. So that's how you do a extended 1.5 45 toss turnaround.